Good morning, y'all. Check, check. We are on. We are live. We're back. All right. Whew. It has been a rough week or so. We're back. I am, as you can see, freshly unshaven. Gonna take care of that today. Yep. So, live streaming yet again in the morning. Because that's what we do around here. Let's see who's in the chat. Chance, is there any chance you want to rig some high heels today? No. Not super into the idea of rigging some high heels today, but I could probably help you out if I need to. If you need somebody to help you out. High heel riggings. Alright. I do love, like, how I got that Darth Maul face always over my shoulder right there. It's like the little devil over my shoulder. He reminds me of the guy from Insidious. I need to go back and watch that movie again. Insidious was great. Alright, so, in case you haven't noticed, we're still kind of taking these streams a little bit lax for another day. I think tomorrow should be back on track. I'll get back to the Chimera, which I was really enjoying doing till, you know, my dog died and everything went freaking sideways. So, yeah, you know, sometimes life happens and you got to roll with it. And, you know, this is still a pretty informal little stream, so we'll just, you know, chalk that up to that. Oh, let's see. What do we got going on? Who do we have with us today? So we got Gina in the chat. Sean's in the chat. All my reggae rigs. How y'all doing? I'm gonna pop into a browser and go fire off a link. Just in case anybody out there needs a reminder that we're doing this doodly thing. Copy that link and then make a post. Gonna make another post this morning. I don't like having so many days with no good content. Hello, my little application. Oh yeah, things are hobbling along the best they can. Dude, I sing all the time at my desk. I sit here and make stupid little things. If you watch South Park, you know, Cartman trots around singing his little made up songs all the time. That's me. That's me. All right. So, what are we going to get into this morning? Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, no. Whatever you heard, it was all a lie. Apparently, I left my mic on and attached to Discord yesterday, and whew, ain't no telling. So, yeah. There's things I should be careful about, I'm sure. I could get embarrassing. All day long. There you go, folks. The 247 live stream of the antics of Sixus1 Studios. Yeah, 247 live stream. They're talking about it in the chat. I left my mic open in Discord yesterday. Whew. Oh, God. Ain't no telling. Yesterday we had, there's a made-up karaoke song. Sounds like a nice Friday night bar game, Heinze says in chat. Yeah. Good to see that. Oh my God, that's what we should do. Like sometime is I know Janice will just die at the mention of it. Is have Discord karaoke. Could totally set that up. Discord karaoke. Remote karaoke. That is a frightful thought. Frightful thought. Oh God. If she's listening right now, she's probably gonna hold me to it because she loves karaoke. Sean says he was singing along at one point. Oh my God. That's funny. That is too funny. Oh my God. Ah, you guys. What am I going to do with you people? At least we have fun here. At least we have fun here. So, I think I'm just going to yank old ZBrush open this morning and do a quick bust of some sort. Just to get something on here. And I'm going to make it super duper fast. Super duper fast. Oh my God, Sean says she's already planning on everybody going to a Rocky Horror Picture Show floor show, dressing up and singing. I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that. But let me lose another 50 pounds. Just cause. I want to get slim enough and buff enough that I could go as Rocky. I've never been able to go as Rocky. That'd be fun. To bronze me up. Let's see here now. Oh, that's a scary thought. Gina says her headset should be here on Friday. Well. Alright, do I have my audio on in here? Can you guys hear the hear me in Discord? I'm actually sharing the screen. I'm going to share my screen in Discord. See if it kills the stream in here. So then you guys should actually be able to see the behind the scenes stuff, even though what's going out online should be like specific screens. And so if anybody is in here, so there you go. So if anybody's on with a mic, speak up for a second, and I'm gonna see if I can hear you. If I can hear you, then that means it'll go out over the live stream. So behave yourselves. Oh, all right. Well,
yep, I'm here.
Sean's here. Hey. All right. And let's pop. I'm gonna pop a link over to my Nini. Alright. So, let's switch it over to ZBrush. Alright. So, what are we going to make this morning? I'm swinging wild. So, oh. I think I'm just going to pull up the demo anime head they have in here and use that as a starting point. Just for shites and googles. I bet is that already dynameshed? Yeah, it is. Kill. Let's put a little puckery, little tiny mouth in there. Just landmarks for little mouth. Little mouthy mouth. Oh, I have so
Yeah, Gina
much.
says she needs to see you in Discord chat. I was ordered to do that.
Uh, Gina says, Sean, direct less to chat. Um, Gina says, a quick to the point video she can bookmark for every time she rigs, I guess, shoes. Many will appreciate it, I'm sure. All right, Gina. I will make a shoe rigging video either today or in the morning. All right, maybe we'll do that tomorrow morning. All right. Yeah, I will. I will maybe do that tomorrow during the live stream, and then cut a version of it that's like trimmed down. This shoe issue comes up a lot. All right. I'm gonna try to keep my lines real simple on this. Just adding in a little bit here and there. Get some stuff kind of defined, but that's it. Got some rumbles going on here. A little more definition here. Pretty cool. Let's shove a couple big spheres in here to act as eyeball templates. I need full spheres, not half spheres. Doink, doink. There. Actually, even then, I want to use one of these. That way it has actual poles to it. Hidden. Get some coffee. Coffee. Got to have my coffee in the morning. Well, I'm a total piece of crap. I don't have a coffee problem. Coffee has a me problem. I love doing evil dolls. I want this to be just the evilest of evil little winchy dolls. So I'm going to pull something tricksy here. Be higher res than that. It's such a handy little cheat for getting eyelids onto something. There we go. Is the cheatiest little way to do that. Oh my god, that's such a cheat. She is. That is a huge head. I didn't realize how crazy weird the shape is on that buck head in ZBrush. That is a very odd shape for a head. Let's dial that down.
Squish his head.
Mm. Good lord. better. It's looking a little less, yeah, a little less funky there. Ah! Not cool. Not cool. Just gonna having ears looking like Conor McGregor. You ever notice like that dude has like the cauliflower ear on his left side, where people's right hands have just pounded that ear for years now? He has complete cauliflower ear. I'm almost like, oh, dude, you can get that fixed. You got the money. You can have some reconstructive surgery done on that and get that fixed. Add some details into the ear. I hate drawing ears. I've always hated drawing ears. They're so annoying. There's a way the shapes kind of blend together on them, and you'll like get to thinking about one thing and then end up with like, you'll start to think about this sort of coiling conch shape they have and start focusing on that, and then pretty soon you've lost the rest of the form. It is so easy to screw up ears. Especially doing it by memory. Most of the time I don't do ears by memory. I almost always pull up a reference and work from a reference for ears because I'm just like who's got the time for that? Excuse me. All right. Not bad. I love it. This face looks so completely smug. Let's see if we can change that just a little bit. That's better. Finally getting that head shape worked out. I'll tell you, a lot of times simple shapes like that are way harder to do than things with like tons of details. It's not bad. Ah. Ah. Okay, let's pull out a H polish and turn off the old sculptress there. And start to hammer this stuff into place a little bit. A bit more of a classical sort of form on this. There's like a bunch of planes that you kind of learn after kind of studying anatomy and all that. There's a way to look at it as planes, and sometimes hammering those planes out and then softening back from them is really the best way to go to get a good convincing structure on something. Yeah, see how now it's able to pick up some light around that line right there. So yeah, that works out much better. Oh yeah, that's much cuter. Much cuter. Yeah, rather than doing it like that, I think I am going to come in here with curve in this topology here. And then we're going to go grab a... Let's see what this extruded profile will do right there. Oh, dear Lord, that's ugly. That's interesting. Not entirely what I'm looking for, but let's see what other profiles are in here. There's a circle profile. Okay, that's interesting. And then let's look at... There's some stuff there I need to play with that I haven't looked at yet. Let's go into my curve modifiers. No, curve. Yeah, curve. There. And then can I, where's that at? Let's look here. Modifier size. I'm going to try a little something here. Yep, that's what I was looking for. So by doing that, I'm thinking, okay, I need to go the other way with that curve. Interesting. Okay. Then let's keep that. See, it snaps. So that's so handy. If we change it to liquid, then we can pull on it and get it to expand a little bit more. That's cool. Now let's go to, I'll lock those ends. And then I think I really want to push that. Yeah. 6 a couple times on my keyboard and I'll smooth that curve. Alright, let's kill the curve. And I'll pop this off into a subtool. good. Dynamash. Dynamash at a lower resolution. And then come in here. Use the old sculptress mode a little bit. Let's take a snake hook, hold the Alt key, and I can pull on that. If I hold the Alt key, it'll try to snap it to the subtools below. So it's a really handy way of doing some shaping like this, but keeping it following a topology underneath that I want it to stick to. Just embed that in there a little bit. I like it. I really like that face. I like that face a lot. That's sassy looking. Alright. Now I'm going to make a duplicate of this for a second because I really like that shape, but I do want to play with something here. See if I can soften up around these eyelids a little bit. Actually, maybe quite a bit. Using H polish to bring some of that forward. A little more volume there around the eyes. I'm doing it with an H polish, so it's kind of pulling it out a little differently than if I were using like a standard or a clay buildup. Is that keeping my groups there? No, it didn't. No. These things happen. These things happen. Okay. No, I do not want you to do that right there. Use an H polish to really fill in some of that gap right there. Hammer a little bit of back. All right. I'm digging that. Sure. Oh boy. Too much of that H polish right there. Too much of that. Killing my my profile. Thoroughly killing it. Okay. Just redefining some stuff a little bit. I like the little nose bump. Okay. Bring a little bit of that back in here. Not too much. I don't want to lose that softness that it has. Softness is so hard to get. So much easier to go with like hard details and sharp lines and things. Just always easier. I think that's why I like doing these, is because it's good practice at doing something that honestly just sucks to do, but it can look, it's super cool to be able to do it, so I want to be able to have it down, you know, and I'll hammer on it over and over. Yeah, that's something right there that I find oftentimes helps on this kind of sculpt, is going around the eyelids underneath, finding like a nice area to flatten them. Alright. See if we got anything interesting going on in the chat. was just poking over and looking at the chat. Let's see. Where do I want to go? Oh yeah, let's. I feel like I need to see. I just need to get a little. I'm gonna pop over to a browser that you guys can't see for a minute and kind of get myself some inspiration. I'm thinking in terms of like some old toys from back in the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm just curious. Okay. Let's store a morph target and just move this thing around a little bit and play with some shaping here. I'm liking that. Oh, I'm liking that. Yeah, I like that much better. It's got some sass to it. This amuses me. Yeah, that transform. Don't need you in there. What are you doing in there? Get on my menu. How'd you show up? slapping some clay on, basically. Okay. This is remarkably satisfying. Let's just do that. No, don't like that. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, this is really amusing me now. She's starting to look like a saucy little thing. Oh yeah, totally digging that. Really like these little curly cues. Love that sort of retro-y thing going on with that. Now, Gina, I'm going to have to reprimand you using that hate speech in my channel. Talking about a Karen. I'll have you know my mother's name was Karen. I really don't care. This is a really fun thing to work out here. This just got really fun for me. I feel weird right now. Oh, yeah, that's the way to go. I like that. Oh, I like it. I was just sitting here getting so many ideas for things to do with this. Yeah, I'm really digging this. Probably way more than I even should. Oh, I am enjoying this way too much. Way too much. Alright, let's get some eyelashes on here, because no Karen should be without her lovely, thoroughly put on eyelashes. I'm telling you guys, you guys may be witnessing the beginning of something profound here. I feel a calling coming to me out of this. I do. I can feel it. I can feel a thing. I think we got a thing here. You're the dog. Must be a package or something. Mm. Oh my god, I love that look. I am loving this look. Yeah. Oh, she's sassy. She's a sassy girl. That's great. Woo. Oh my god. Yeah, let's just give her a little work right there. Karen's having a little work done. Oh yeah, I am so getting into this. This is stupid. It is stupid how much I'm enjoying this. You guys don't even understand, I swear. Stupid how much I am enjoying myself right now. Alright. Let's do these bottom ones a little bit differently. Oof. Okay, that didn't work out well. There we go. That should work out much better. Hmm. Sorry if I've gone real quiet in this. You can always tell when I got into something that I'm really digging, because then I'll just get super quiet and just be banging out the work. Man, that's a great feeling. You know what? Let's just go back and sculpture these down a little bit. I am absolutely digging the crap out of this. Can't hide it. Can't hide it at all. There we go. Almost where I want to be with this. Yeah. Cool. Man, I really dig this. Just trying to decide if I want her eyes to be overall bigger or not, but I think that's good. Yeah, I think a thing might come out of this. A thing might definitely come out of this. Let's look at that hair. I do think I want to open that up a little bit. Make a copy of the head. Set it negative. Set that. That. Work down. Oh man, I forgot. It has to be dynameshed first. What did I just do? Oh, I about screwed up is what I did. I don't want to do that. No. Split hidden. There's that. That. So is this dynameshed right now? Okay. Now it is. Boy, that's really high res for that. I don't need that high. There we go. Now we have an exact reverse out of that. So then from there, I come in here and move these out like so, like so. I'm thinking that I can design this so that the hairpiece can be a separate printed piece, and I can have this head as like a bald head printed, and I can have different hairs that snap onto the head. And I'm actually thinking, very seriously looking at this, thinking, man, this I might actually make this as a toy and offer it on the new website. Yeah, I am legit looking at this as something I could offer as a toy. Very boutique-y toy, mind you. Just have to make sure there's clearance over those ears, and then that'll be able to snap right onto here. Make some of this stuff a little thicker, so it's got a little more stability. But yeah, generally speaking, I feel really good about that. Wow, I like that. I like it. I like it so much. Offer little variations, different versions of that head. Oh yeah, this is cool. This is very cool. I love it. Oh my god, I'm so into this. And we all know what this is going to be called. So popping back over in the chat, I'm gonna read back a little bit. Sean says, watching Wes having fun is fun. Sean, The Adventures of Karen in the Land of the DMV. Gina asks, now, would you make a whole body and rig this for sale at Daz, or use it for a sculpt to print? The answer is yes. I'll probably do both, because I'm I don't know who all watches my streams, so at this point, since I've got something here that I think is super cool, I'm probably going to pull it back a little close to the chest for a minute and get a general idea together on it that I can spit out like way faster than potential competitors in the Daz community, because there are some people there who really chomp on my heels sometimes, and it irritates me to no end. But is what it is. But yeah, this is something I think I will probably turn into a doll for Daz Studio, but then it'll also be a doll for actual printing with accessories and stuff, because I think a lot of people are going to dig what I'm thinking with this. I'm looking at this now, thinking it's probably going to become a modular kit. So like I'll print off all the different pieces, and you'll be able to snap them together and have different hairs to put on it, and like, you know, like different arms that'll snap in that have like they may be straight. There may be arms you can snap in that are bent with different hand poses. There's a whole pile of stuff that I can do with this that I think will be super cool, and yeah, I think there's some legs to be had in this. So Gina says, I'm dead serious. I want to do stuff. She says, I want to make stuff for it. You know, we should talk. You know. Gina says, more so than anything you've done, except maybe the cute pony thing from ages ago. Please let me have it. Yeah, I'm totally down. So, yeah, you know. For those who don't know, Gina's worked with me for off and on for like 20 years. Jeez, it's been like almost 20 years in the 3D content world. So Yeah, this is definitely happening. This is definitely a happening thing. I'm very happy. It's very nice. This is one of the reasons I do my morning time. That's just at least an hour in the morning to practice and explore and do that because it's an hour. It's 1 hour. Typically, I mean, sometimes I go over, but I try to have a container because constraint. It's amazing how often creativity comes from constraint. People are like, yeah, I'm trying to be creative, and I don't want to be so constrained. I need to be free. And I'm like, shut up, stop it. You need constraints. You need to have a box to be in because once you have a box to be in, you go, okay, this is what I have to work with. Once you know what you have to work with, then you can go nuts with it. Then you could just be like, well, I can make this and this and this and this and this from it. If you are so free that you don't even know what you have to work with, then you're just yeah, it's that's what happens when you'll literally have kind of exploration overload where you'll be like, well, what am I going to do? And you have no idea. So with this, like I immediately started with the constraint of, well, okay, I want to do something quick this morning, A. B, I want to do it based on this really low res kind of anime head buck that's in ZBrush. It's like, okay, those are two things that'll give me a start. And those are constraints. As soon as you do that, I've constrained myself to a time frame and I've constrained myself to a basic shape to get going with. Now, I don't have to commit to either one of those. I could run over, which I did a little bit, or I could take that shape and end up somewhere wildly different with it. But because I started with those two constraints, they give me a general direction to run in. So every time you take a step forward in being creative, you're actually adding a new constraint. Once you find a landmark, like on this thing, it's like, well, I'm going to landmark the mouth. I'm going to landmark this. Well, guess what? The face. Okay, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Boom, constraints. Constraints. I know I'm not putting 30 eyes on this thing. I know I'm not doing 4 mouths. I know I'm doing a small, cute mouth. All of these things become constraints. And the constraints define where you'll go creatively. And then before long, all those constraints that you keep adding by honing it down. That's what honing is. It's like you've got a block of something, you don't know what it is, and you chisel away, you're like, okay, now it seems more like this. Boom, it's constrained. Go a little further. Now it seems more like this. It's a little more constrained. You keep building layers of constraint on your creativity until the thing gains definition. Because creativity without constraint is nothing. It has no definition, therefore it's nothing. So you have to keep constraining and constraining and constraining. Refine, 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 boom, until it's a thing. And I love doing that. I love giving myself the initial constraint of an hour or so in the morning, through which I can it's like, if nothing else, that hour is just to practice. But sometimes where that practice leads and the application of those constraints leads to a really good idea, leads to finding something in a really interesting way, and it allows you to do it inside a time frame, allows you to do it. It's actually freeing. Like, constraints are freeing, and it's so backwards to the way people are used to thinking about art and being an artist. And it's honestly, it's something that I'm kind of glad that my brain just kicked into analyzing it that way and being able to sort of enumerate it a little better here, to constrain it into some language, because now I can explain it even easier. I've actually tried explaining this off and on different ways for years, but the way I just did it, I think, may be the best way I've stumbled across yet. And the kind of the theme of that is that you actually gain freedom from applied constraints, and you gain creativity by applying constraints, and you keep putting self constraint on things until it shapes into a thing. And that's That's powerful. That's so powerful. So powerful. And as an idea, as a concept, you can extrapolate that out into a lot of other things. You can extrapolate that out into a lot of things in life, which I actually do. I actually apply that to lots of things. It's why I get up at roughly the same time every day. It's why I have a schedule. I schedule myself to death because discipline puts constraints. Constraints give me the boundaries and tell me what I have to work with. And when you do that, you know, oh, I only have so long, so I really need to try really hard. I only have this many hours. I only have this many tools. If you notice, a lot of times in ZBrush, I only use like 3 or 4 tools most of the time. I hardly ever break outside of that. Because one, I find that they're really about all I need, but two, after having explored all kinds of tools, I'm like, yeah, these are really about all I need. And so a lot of times I just think, well, just do it with those and see what comes out, and it helps keep me constrained. So it's an interesting thing. I think it's something that, as an artist, you find like as you get older as an artist, you start to figure out what the constraints are for you, what your own natural constraints are, and you'll find the rails that you run on. Or you'll learn how to run on rails somebody else makes for you. That's what working with a client is. Clients always have their own rails. Clients always come with constraints. And so whatever the client needs, the client desires, the technical specifications of a client project, those are all the things that are the rails, those are the constraints of what you're doing for them. So, you know, it brings up, it brings to mind a real irritation that I get with a lot of artists or wannabe artists. And a lot of people in general. People don't seem to know how to work inside a set of rules. And that's not actually, being without rules is not being free. It's the opposite of being free. It's actually being so open that you're stuck. You can't make decisions. You need to have some guidelines, some rules. You need to have a box that you work in and all that kind of stuff so that you know what you have to work with. Otherwise, everything's definitionless, and I don't like that. I don't think that works, and I can kind of go into some things, kind of proving, I think, why it doesn't work. So anyway, that's sort of the interesting headspace that this puts me into this morning. Is that I talking about these constraints and all that, and how happy I am that this morning, the time frame combined with the tool I chose and all that stuff created a set of rules, and then working inside that rules, it came up with something that I really dig. So there you go. I'm gonna check the chat, see what everybody's saying. Gina's really psyched for this. That's cool. Gina says, "Oh my God, I love it! I love it! I love it!" Whenever Gina says I'm right, or says anything close to Les is right. Oh, Gina, that's sweet for me. That's like a donut. That's my donut this morning. She said, "I hate to say it, but he's right about the I don't know what to work on." Yeah, yeah. Thanks. That's my morning donut, Gina. Because I don't eat sweets hardly anymore, and that's a donut right there. Gina says it sucks for me, but you were right. Mm. Oh, that tastes so good. Thank you. Oh, sheesh. Man, that's fun stuff. Fun stuff. Oh, God. Let's see. Heinze says there's an amazing book called The Power of Limits by Georgi Dochi. Probably not pronouncing that right. I'm not sure what language that's out of. There's a lot of insight into the limits subject. Yeah, that's a huge one. It's a huge one. I think people don't realize the power of limitation, or the utility of self limitation. Being able to limit yourself is such a powerful tool, you know? Um, really, really is. You know, if you can limit yourself, you can create those limitations for yourself. You know, then you create that box to work in, and that helps you create your own. You create your own creativity by putting those limits on yourself. You know, I mean, it's kind of like a time frame. Like, say, I'm going to get this thing done. Okay, when? When? You know, even God, they're like right now. Okay, something I'm gonna do for myself. There's a table. You guys can't see it because it's off camera. There's a table in the studio that has a bunch of junk on it. It's not even junk. It's just like boxes and a bunch of stuff. There's like a mess over there that needs to be cleaned up because over the last couple of months with all the resin printing, I've had a lot of packages coming in, and you know, stuff getting opened and like boxes getting set around. And I'm a box hoarder. I will keep boxes because I never know when I'm going to need to ship something or store something. So I just keep tons of boxes. Well, I've got a bunch of them piled up on this table. And so I'm going to set a limit on myself. I'm going to say, okay, I want that cleaned up. Yes, I've wanted that cleaned up for a while. I've told myself for a while, I'm going to get to it. That's too open. That's too open a concept. I'll clean it sometime. Sometime never comes. So I'm going to say, I don't know, before I go to bed today, that's going to get done. I'm going to place a constraint on it. I'm going to say this has to be done by this time. Why does it have to be done by this time? Well, I obviously don't have to put a time on it. I don't have to. But if I ever want it done, I need to set a limit. I need to say, okay, by this time, that's going to get done. And I need to commit myself to that idea. It's a funny thing. It almost seems like self-trickery in a way, but it's not. Because it's it's, I think, an important component of discipline. So, you know, really, I mean, what is self-discipline but being able to say, that's a good thing for me to do, or I need to do that. That needs to get done. Okay, when am I going to do it? I'm going to do it right now, or I'm going to do it 7:30 in the morning, or I'm going to do it here. And then you make a commitment to yourself. Discipline was really just a commitment to yourself. And so you make this commitment to yourself that I'm going to do this thing at this time in this way to achieve something on the other side of it. That's it. That's all it ever is. So I'm going to discipline myself to take care of this thing that I actually have just really stopped thinking about, and that's not cool. So I'm going to take care of that today. Gina says you got to break them down so they can store easily before you run off. Best way to texture an outfit if you do not have or do not understand substance. She says, anyone want to take bets if he sees this or not? I see it, Gina. I see it. Oh my God. Oh. So, best way to texture an outfit if you do not have or do not understand substance. ZBrush. ZBrush. If you have ZBrush, yeah. Subdivide the crap out of it and then poly paint that sucker. You know, the simplest way I can say it. Subdivide the crap out of it and poly paint it. So that's where I would go with that. With the caveat that you need you need to have substance. You just do. Substance is becoming to texturing, or has become to texturing what ZBrush is to sculpting. It's just ubiquitous now. It's like, okay, if you're not using ZBrush and you're not using substance, then you know you're kind of cutting your own feet off the ankles. Gina hates doing textures. It's so funny. Sean says I do it in Blender. I've seen some of the stuff you've been posting in the Discord, dude. Sean's doing some pretty cool stuff in Blender there. Yeah, Adobe bought Substance. I know. I've had to migrate my Substance account to Adobe, but I've kind of got grandfathered in because I've been with them for a while now. You need to buy more memory for your laptop. Yes, all computers need more memory. How do you know if your computer needs more memory? It always needs more memory. It doesn't matter how much you've got, it can always use more. They can always use more RAM. Now, how much RAM is enough? Trick question. No. The answer is no. It's never enough. Yeah, now I do know that inside Blender has texturing capabilities and PBR texturing capabilities. For those who don't know, PBR means physics-based rendering. Has PBR texture capabilities very similar to the way Substance works. And I do think there are a couple of cheaper alternatives to Substance. You might look into Quixel. And I know Quixel is actually kind of aligned with Unreal. And I've been tempted to give Quixel a shot myself. Um, just cause. Okay, Gina says she only has 16 gig. If you have, 16 gig of working RAM is not bad. That's not bad. It could be much worse. I mean, I think that's the minimum I would recommend somebody have for doing this stuff. But, um, that's still not bad. Um, yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, I have ran over by quite a bit, but that's mostly from just talking and stuff. So, I have some amazing new coffee I got this morning. If anyone's ever in Moorhead, Kentucky, if you come here to visit, and Gina has been here and she knows what I'm talking about. There's this awesome place downtown. I'll be honest, buying the coffee from them to bring home is kind of pricey. It is. I wish they'd drop their prices, but whatever. That's why I don't do it a whole lot. But I treated myself today before the stream, ran out and got a pound of this Highlander Cream coffee from this little place downtown called the Fuzzy Duck. It's the Fuzzy Duck and Coffee Tree Books. They're all together inside what used to be a theater, which I love the place because it's a theater that I saw Empire Strikes Back in. I saw it in that theater probably 100 times. Long story short, my dad used to be friends with the folks who owns it and would drop me off there in the morning, and I would hang out at the theater like all day when I was a little, when I was a kid. And so I'd get to watch like 3-4 showings a day, and it was great. But yeah, now the place is a bookstore, but they've kept the theater aesthetic inside. They kept the big screen and everything. It's super cool, super cool. But yeah, if you're ever in Moorhead, Kentucky, stop by the Fuzzy Duck and Coffee Tree Books. Great coffee in there. Like, screw Starbucks. Okay, just no. I'll go to a Starbucks if I have nothing else around. But no, Coffee Tree. Absolutely, much better. So, and this Highlander Cream, it's so good. It's tasty. It's tasty business. So I'm gonna hop off here, guys, and pour myself some more of that fine Highlander Cream. And that's gonna wrap it up for today, everybody. Gina says her computer sounds like it's dying as soon as she hits iRay. Let me tell you, iRay kills everything. It renders beautifully, but it's a hoss. So, all right, guys. Well, it has been fun this morning. Really happy with what we came out with, and I'm gonna push on that. Set the Karen aside and put a pin in it because I think that's going to become a thing. So, if any of you guys could, somebody get with me later today after the stream. I need some folks to help me troubleshoot and kind of beta test the new website, the new store software. So what I'll probably do is put a couple of just like products up in there that I have like $1 on or something, and have folks test it so I can test the checkout and everything, and then I'll credit you back or something like that. Anyway, but yeah, I'd like to get a couple of folks, preferably a couple of folks who are in different areas of the country, or world to help out with that, so I can make sure that that's all running. I'm trying to get a hard launch date for like announcing it to people and starting to actually promote and propagate the website. So a little help with that would be really appreciated, you guys. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up. And till tomorrow morning, y'all keep cool. I'm sure y'all have fun on your own, and we'll catch you tomorrow.